What is going on, guys? Today I have a video for you, and today we're going to be going over my review for the NFL Week 1. So let's get right into the video.
I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Alright guys, Week 1 is officially in the books, and I'm going to go through each game. I'm going to talk about each team briefly, and I'm just going to talk about what they did good, what they did bad, if I'm impressed, if I'm disappointed, so on and so forth, and basically go over my record on my picks this week. So, with that being said, the first game was the Chiefs against the Patriots, and the Chiefs absolutely crushed the Patriots. The final score was 42 to 27. It was a very good game at half, and then the Chiefs just blew it open in the second half. Very disappointed in the Patriots' display of offense in the second half. It basically basically just disappeared. And yeah, it was a good win for the Chiefs, even though they lost Eric Berry. That's going to hurt him in the future. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, second game was the Bills beating the Jets 21-12. Tyrod Taylor played all right. The Jets, they're the Jets. I think they're going to go 0-16. So I mean, that was a pretty easy game to predict. So anyone with a brain could tell you the Jets were going to lose. This was the shocker of the week, in my opinion. The Jaguars beat the Texans 29-7, and it is pretty obvious the Texans have quarterback problems. Tom Savage played very, very bad. They put in Deshaun Watson. He played a little bit better, but still not great. So if you're a Houston Texans fan, I would be definitely shaking my nerves a little bit, because I'm not too sure at the quarterback position how strong you guys are. And the Jaguars, who knows, man? Week 1, good week for them, Alright guys, this was also another close one. This is a very competitive game. Steelers beat the Browns 21-18. This was a close game throughout the entire game. Browns played well, surprisingly. The Browns actually held their own. They were competitive. Granted, the Steelers I didn't think played very well, but the Steelers are just so much more talented than the Browns are. But you have to give the Browns credit for hanging in there and battling. But Steelers are just the better team, and that's why they won that game. Next game, the Detroit Lions beat the Arizona Cardinals 35-23. Actually, believe it or not, the Cardinals were winning, I think, all the way up until the end of the third quarter. And then Matthew Stafford he played great the entire game, but he came alive in the fourth quarter. And they dominated the Cardinals, and they ended up coming back and winning that game. Arizona's defense was not good. Granted, Stafford is insanely good, but at the same time, though, their defense had an absolute meltdown, and they had a terrible day. So, don't know what to expect from the Cardinals, but the Lions, good win. Tampa Bay Bucks and the Miami Dolphins got postponed due to the hurricane going on in Miami right now. So, there's that. Falcons beat the Bears 23-17. This, again, I didn't think the Falcons played very well either, but like I said, this was just a complete mismatch. The Bears are not very good, obviously, and the Falcons, they're just much more talented, just like the Steelers are compared to the Browns. So this was also another very easy game to predict. So Falcons won that game. The Raiders beat the Titans 26-16, and the big surprise of this game was the Raiders defense came to play, man. Khalil Mack led that defense to keep a very good Titans team led by Marcus Mariota to only 16 points. That is a very good sign if you're an Oakland Raiders fan. They're going to score points, man. Marshawn Lynch, Mari Cooper, Derek Carr is the quarterback, man. They're going to score points. It's basically going to lead up to whether they can make stops on their defense. And they did that in Week 1, and that's why they got a win. This was another game I got wrong. The Ravens shut out the Bengals 20-0. Andy Dalton and the Bengals offense absolutely struggled. Granted, the Ravens have a really good offense, but I definitely thought they were gonna score some points. But that was not the case on Sunday. The Ravens shut out the Bengals, and the Ravens are 1-0, so good for them. This is another easy game. Eagles beat the Redskins 30-17. Carson Wentz, dude, was a superstar in Week 1. I said it in the preseason, if Carson Wentz is who we think he is, Eagles are going to win the division this year. I think they're that much better than the Cowboys, and I think they're that much better than the Giants. The Redskins, I think they're bottom feeders just like they are every year. But Eagles, and Carson Wentz, very good week 1, guys. Now this was kind of more of the sad story of week 1. The Rams blew out the Colts 46-9, and yeah, the Colts are an absolute disaster, man. Especially when Andrew Luck's not even playing, they're even more disaster. So I don't think they're going to win a single game until Andrew Luck comes back, and even if he does, I still don't know if they're going to win a game. So for the Rams, I don't know how good the Rams are, because we'll have to wait and see until they play the Seahawks or the Cowboys or somebody, above average. So for the Rams, they got a week 1 win though, so that's good for them. Now the Panthers beat my 49ers 23-3, and it was a good game. 49ers defense played very well. It was 13-0 at half, and our offensive line sucks. 49ers offensive line is terrible. Brian Hoyer was under pressure all day long, and they just couldn't get any rhythm going on their offense. And even though the Panthers are obviously they're the better team, but I thought they were going to have a closer game than that. But Panthers won by 20, so sucks to be a Niners fan right now. Now this was the game of the day, in my opinion. The Packers beat the Seahawks 17-9. This was a full-on defensive display. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, didn't matter. The defenses came to play this game, and it was a slugfest on the defensive side of the field. Clay Matthews, Sherman, they all came to play, man. It was a very good game, very boring game if you're a football fan, but this was a good game, I thought. Packers got stops when they needed to. Seahawks, it went back and forth basically, and Aaron Rodgers, they scored when they had to, and they shut Russell Wilson and the Seahawks down. They got the win. So Packers, I'm expecting big things from you guys this year. Sunday night game, Cowboys, obviously they beat the Giants 19-3. Dallas did their thing defensively, and especially when Odell Beckham didn't even play. Eli Manning, to me, Eli Manning he doesn't look very good, and especially when you don't have OBJ, it's not going to be a good night for you. So Cowboys obviously took an easy win there on Sunday night. Now the 2 Monday night games, the Vikings beat the Saints 29-19. To basically sum this up, I thought the Vikings defense played very well, and the Saints didn't play any defense at all. So I think that's all you really have to say about that. So, and the last game, the Broncos barely edged out the Chargers 24-21. The Denver Donkeys, they came out swinging early. I mean, they scored a touchdown in every quarter, I believe. Yeah, and then they went up 24-7 or 21-7, and the Chargers fought back. They fought hard. They played well. It all came down to the field goal at the end. It was a 44-yarder, and they froze the kicker, who actually made it the first time, but Denver called the timeout, and I don't know if they blocked it or if he just missed it. I don't know, but whatever happened, and he missed the field goal that would have tied the game and sent it to overtime. So the Broncos barely hung on at the end. So my overall review, I went 12-3 for my picks. The only, like I said, and I thought it was pretty well in my opinion, just because the only 2 games I got wrong was the Patriots and the Houston Texans. And nobody in the world had the Jaguars or the Chiefs winning. If you did, you're lying. Stop lying to everybody. You all know you had the Patriots and the Texans too. And then the other game I kind of botched. I thought the Bengals were going to beat the Ravens, but you win and you lose sometimes. So it is what it is. But with that being said, guys, that's basically it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know how you guys did in week 1. Let me know what your guys' record was for your picks, and smash that like button if you guys want to see week 2. And that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you next video. Peace.